it's Xnysciar here. Welcome aboard.
Discovery was certainly a highlight of the projects I worked on in 2024.
Discovery was made as part of Kino exercises, making a film every month. It kind of came together in 48 hours, locking a location on a Saturday, crewing up Sunday morning, and like packing Sunday night to hit the road at 6 a.m. Monday morning.
We all piled in a van together, kind of last minute, and just went up with hopes and dreams and less of a plan.
2 co-pilots and kind of the shenanigans that ensue in deep space travel.
They're good friends, you know, they're roommates, one might even say.
One is a human as we know them, and another one is from a different planet, a different solar system. We don't really know where Xnysciar is from. I actually bought the mask for a different project. I hadn't shot anything with it until the theme of Discovery came one month, and I was like, I gotta make use of this mask. I wanna create a character for it. This was the week before, I hadn't made anything. With an alien mask, I wanted this to take place in a spaceship, and in my experience with escape rooms, both as working in escape rooms as well as love doing escape rooms and participating. If you can think of a theme, there's likely an escape room somewhere. I scoured Ottawa and kind of local area and there wasn't anything, but there was one lead in Toronto. Yes, that is already built, it's set up, it's ready to go.
Welcome to your holiday escape.
Monday was our window of opportunity. We got in just at the nick of time. Turns out they were shutting down that week.
They were essentially keeping it open for us that we could come and shoot this thing while they were packing up.
Our production could only afford to be in the space for between 5 and 4 hours. I'm not made of money.
Did you eat my lunch again?
No.
A lot of my peers and alumni from university are kind of like mostly in Toronto because I went to school in Kingston. I was excited to reach out to James and I was really looking forward to him bringing his creativity when it comes to comedic flair, but also just his acting experience. He's a great actor.
So I checked my schedule, I was completely free on the Monday and it just kind of worked out. Let's do it, what are we doing? Why did you eat my lunch?
I didn't eat your lunch, Lloyd.
We're the only 2 people on this ship, man. Like,
I initially did look for a second actor and it was very difficult to cast, so I said, I'm gonna step up. I'm just gonna throw the mask on. I'm not a stranger to acting and I thought it'd actually be a fun exercise for myself as well.
Sometimes it's pretty tough being an alien. I can...
I started reaching out to teammates who would be able to help. Who do I wanna sit in a car with for a 5-hour drive, shoot with for 4 hours, and then get back in the car and drive for another 5 hours. I've worked with Andrew a lot. I've co-produced, co-directed with him a lot. Another person I brought on the project was Latham DeWolfe. He very much is ready to listen and to know what he needs to do. There's a really strong connection and communication. He ended up doing a lot of different roles, which included sound booming, as well as sort of special effects help and just helping with setting up some lights. With how cool the set was gonna be and sort of the production elements, I knew I wanted to have a lot of behind the scenes photography and videography, and Hannah was the clear choice.
It's always very exciting to be the fly on the wall in a situation, to see how others work. Certainly the efficiency and speed of the crew and the shorthand have been things that I've taken with me into future projects.
Developing the script for Discovery was a very collaborative experience. We came up with and brainstormed a lot of ideas driving down to Toronto.
What I remember from the production of Discovery was Kevin came to the table with a couple of ideas.
Blaring alarms, alien mystery, or like dark corridors, some mist smoke effects.
He's telling us about his idea and we're just kind of spitballing like it's a writer's room.
The 4 of us in the car, me, Kevin, Hannah, and Latham, kicked those ideas around and shaped them into the vague form of a story.
Latham and Hannah had some like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if they said this or if we had this moment? Well, if there's an alarm blaring, like maybe there was an error, maybe there's an emergency. Still not really creating it or writing any dialogue at this point. Big broad strokes of what it was gonna look like.
I remember that the drive went really fast.
By the time we got to set, we had a vague idea of what we were gonna shoot and when.
Our expectation wasn't to have a short film. Our expectation was to go and be creative and have fun with something.
Kevin was just excited to shoot in the space, and he said that he'd be happy if we ended up with even 30 seconds of usable footage.
I don't know, all I really want is one shot of Xnysciar going, That's in red light, you know what I mean?
We don't know what we're gonna walk out with. And that just energized everybody on set.
Kevin was like, yeah. So we thought of this idea of 2 people on a spaceship and they get in a fight over a sandwich. All right, I can work with this. Course is set. I'm gonna take my lunch. How's it going here?
Everything's going great here.
Wonderful, buddy.
Like a full hour of our time, like that's a quarter of our time that we were gonna use was just spent to ideation and exploration of the space. We let our imagination run wild, and that was what I really wanted. I wanted us to be in a space with creative individuals and play and come up with some cool ideas. It wasn't much longer after doing our initial walkthrough that we had lights up and we had our first kind of stage set. All right, like let's just start rolling on something, and this is where we want to start, this is where we want to end up. Let's see how long it takes us to get there.
And then you go, Frank. There's no Frank.
There's no Frank.
We've been on this ship, again, the main beats we're going to hit are, we've been on this ship together for 9 months.
Discovery, scene 1, take 1.
We were improvising our shot list and coming up with a story on the go.
This is kind of the idea. Now we have to let these characters come to life. And pretty much the entire script was improvised.
I think I remember being the one to try kissing Kevin. That was fun.
I also got to bring along my 360 camera, which was a recent acquisition at the time, and we ended up using that to fake security camera footage.
The short time constraint really created an environment of no second guessing. It's really great to plan, to put a lot of thought into things, but it was really refreshing to work on something that was spontaneous and unexpected.
James was an invaluable actor to have as a lead in this project. Because we had such a limited time to shoot, he brought a lot of that hilarious and quick-witted energy, but kept it tight. Everything kept moving and the energy stayed really high all the way through.
What were you thinking, Kevin?
Like let's say you're looking at him, and then you kind of look down to this way. Yeah, like,
I initially brought Andrew Brannen on as cinematographer. He's very creative cinematographer.
Lighting for a spaceship set was very freeing compared to a typical living room, diner, outdoor set because I didn't have to rely on making all the lighting look realistic. We could just pull some red from this wall and splash it on the actor's face and some teal from this thing and that thing. And then at the end, we got to flood the whole room with flashing red light for our emergency sequence, which was so much fun.
Once I realized that I would be acting and I'd be wearing the alien mask, I knew I'd be a bit more caught up and I wouldn't be able to direct as much.
How does the mouth look when I'm speaking? Should we do ADR alien?
The mouth looks awesome when you're speaking.
Okay, good.
I also really
It looks hilarious.
Yeah.
Alien sounding.
Moisture doesn't leave your skin because it's silicone, so it kind of gets wet. You're only looking out of like a little tiny eye hole and you can't really hear that well.
I think he took it off twice in the entire day, like in 5 hours.
Once we did a take, it was very difficult for him to see how it was going.
I initially envisioned I'd be directing, Andrew would be my DP. I actually kind of was like, hey man, like I really need to entrust you as well with direction of the scene and some blocking and stuff. And he rose to the occasion.
I'd love it if you kind of like kept your focus on here
Okay.
and didn't turn towards him. You can still maybe interact with him. I would pick up the ideas that Kevin had floating around the room and refine them into what was possible to be filmed in our limited window. I think we can get it done in like half the time.
Got it.
Direction for you, Kev. Just move your mouth a little bit more when you talk. Yeah.
I take great offense to your comments.
Oh, so now you have emotions? Who was it?
The mouth moving is what's gonna sell this whole thing.
Yes.
I knew I could trust his vision. Even if I'm blindfolded, I know that what he's seeing and what he's liking is good.
I love just like a super tight or just like in
Here, go a little bit that way. Grab a collar and like pull him close. Got it. Action.
We gotta figure this out, man! We gotta figure it out! Come on, we gotta do it! I don't know what's going on anymore!
I fucking love that. Let's do it a couple more times. After the production, when we wrapped and we were having dinner, Kevin very graciously offered me a co-directing credit, which I think speaks to the collaborative nature of the entire shoot for Discovery.
To congratulate our small crew on this kind of last-minute adventure in filmmaking, we ended up going to, I believe, a sushi place that was across the street afterwards to kind of give everyone a pat on the back for creating something that, you know, didn't exist at all, probably 8 hours beforehand.
Discovery was the most fun I've had on a short film set because it really didn't feel like a stressful film shoot. It felt like an afternoon hanging out with friends and laughing, joking, being creative, and then magically coming away with a completed story at the end.
I could see it on everyone. Everyone was proud of the time that we spent. looks so good. Holy shit.
It's always such a proud moment for me when I work in documentary and behind the scenes, is to capture those small little moments of happiness and joy and collaboration, and be able to keep that moment with us forever.
It was just overall a good vibe. Everybody in that group contributed to that. Everybody was just trying to help each other out. Everybody, you know, put on more than one hat if they needed to. Being on set with this amazing crew, like working with Hannah, Andrew, and Latham, it was so much fun. We should make a sequel, man, I'm just saying.
I don't think that this film would have turned out the same with a different crew on a different day.
It was a reminder of like the point of it all. Get together with people that you enjoy spending time with, make something fun, and then show it. That vibe, that energy was just really special, and it was unique to Discovery. I find I'm chasing it.